Welcome back to the pod.
Yo.
Here's a beautiful spot for the intro music. I got to ramble a little bit longer so that we can get the full buildup of the song. And we're here for episode what, Jake?
175.
They piped that the wrong way.
I'll call the clubhouse. We'll book another 18 for tomorrow.
Okay, they cheated on that. They fluffed their balls.
Yeah, no better time for the breakfast ball than now.
There's the roll. Okay, beautiful. We did it. No Ryan, which means we get intro music. Trevor is just seat hopping. Put the shoehorn down. Trevor.
Fine.
Grandpa Dave gave us more decorations for the stew, and I purposely gave up this fucking golf shoehorn thing because I was dicking with it. Gave it to Trevor, and he's just fucking wagging it. Jake, do you want to
take that away from you guys?
Do you want to turn?
Yeah, I kind of do, but maybe I'll do
really
it after the pod.
Okay, I'm gonna throw it over there.
Also, I think. All right, yeah, that's in a safe spot.
Yep.
G Dave revamped the studio.
Yeah,
today.
Lots of new decorations. We're gonna revamp the studio hopefully this week, Friday, right?
Yeah, me and Tyler are gonna get a bunch of shit this Friday for it.
Yeah, so if anyone has any weird golf knickknacks you want to sell us for cheap and or just send to us, maybe we'll make it part of the studio.
Yeah,
I can't promise anything, but if you send it to us, there's a pretty good chance we'll put it up somewhere.
Yeah, send us a DM on Instagram.
Yep. Golf world, what's going on, Trevor?
Right now, Taylormade's doing Costco for the irons.
Yes. Yeah, we knew about. Okay, so we did the episode. We do the for transparency. We do the episodes Tuesday mornings. They drop Wednesday mornings.
Mm-hmm.
We did the episode last week, and then right after the episode, it dropped that Taylormade is suing Kirkland.
It literally was like hours or something like that after we finished recording.
And the diagram, the Kirklands look nicer.
Oh my God.
Have you seen the ones where they cut them in half?
Yep.
To
They've got like the blow up view.
Yeah, they show like the diagram that's just like the cartoon version, essentially the graphic version.
Mm-hmm.
And Taylormade's look really nice. They look very similar to the Kirklands. But then some dude cut each one in half to show the tech. The Kirklands look way nicer than the Taylormades.
Yeah. I don't know what they have inside their club, but it looks almost nicer and better than the Taylormade ones, which is weird.
Yeah, and it looked like it was a cleaner cut, and the whatever insert on the inside looked more fully formed than the Taylormade.
So Taylormade is suing Costco by saying, "Hey, you stole the technology out of our irons." Right?
Yeah, we basically, I don't know if it's patented or trademarked or whatever it is as far as IP, but they use the same technology and the same design of their club, and that's what Taylormade's suing for.
Okay. Yeah, because I see all the blown up views and all that stuff, and you're right. I agree with that. It looks nicer, and I was just like,
but I think the whole thing to start, I was like, oh fuck, here comes the end of Kirkland. Like we're super into the whole Kirkland golf thing. Here comes the end. Somebody finally came for their heads. I think it's doing the opposite. When I saw those clubs cut in half, I was like, holy shit, Taylormade is giving Kirkland all of the marketing they could ever want. They're saying that these clubs that are pennies on the dollars compared to theirs are the same fucking thing.
Yeah. That's literally the worst thing that they could have done right there. Also, not to mention, it's like Taylormade, even just simply by starting up this lawsuit, you're kind of like, in a weird way, they're stooping to Kirkland's level. Yeah. Which is like, all the technology and all that shit aside, it's like, look, if I was actually Taylormade and I was the prestigious brand, I would not want anything to do with Costco.
Well, it's like I remember there's some quote when everybody was revolting from Great Britain where it's like, if you give the voiceless a voice, then revolution starts or some shit. I know this is golf and it's fucking clubs, but essentially you're right. Like them calling them out and being like, hey, quit copying us, just brought so many eyeballs to otherwise just kind of a memed brand, like we all talk about it. How many people do we know that has them?
Not very many.
We had some wedges floating around here at one point, but even that, even if truthfully, if the Kirkland wedges actually sucked, you'd only be out $150 or whatever it is. It's like $50 a club.
So everybody's running to Costco, buying these Taylormade irons before the lawsuit makes them take them off the shelf. And Kirkland saw this coming because we work in the merchandise industry. we know how cease and desists work. We know how like the stop of production works.
Holy shit, guys. Remember last week or 2 weeks ago when we checked the price of Kirkland irons and they were $500 essentially on the nose. It was
on
like
the
$499
on the resale market.
Maybe they pop up to $550, whatever. 5 bids, 680. Buy it now, $749, $750 OBO. Dude, granted, that money's not going to Kirkland or anything like that, but still, that's just a symptom of
they're flying off the fucking shelves people can resell them.
No, TaylorMade fucked themselves because you literally just said that this company that's been creating golf stuff for 3 years, 4 years, is basically doing what you did for how many years now? You're saying they're just as good and they're just starting
100. How long has TaylorMade's been around for like 100 fucking years?
Yeah,
have to have been.
So just imagine what they're going to do in the next 5 years.
Right. I mean, it's easy to do that when you just copy the competitors.
Copy paste.
Hey, but big L for TaylorMade.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolute. Kirkland just spin zoned this into a giant marketing campaign accidentally.
See, now speaking of Kirkland, I also saw this video the other day. I can try and pull it up like in the break here. But it's this gal and she tests golf balls, right? And takes all their statistics, how much compression, how much spin, the height of the dimples, whatever, all the
shit I don't care about.
Exactly. All the shit that none of us care about. And she was doing the math, also priced $1, whatever. And I don't know how she came to this conclusion, but Kirkland is the worst ball that you can buy. However, placebo effect. If you play good with that ball and you feel like you play good with that ball, it doesn't fucking matter.
No.
But really interesting. Yeah, she was like, it's got the worst compression, it's got the whatever, but it doesn't. Like it's not.
Yeah, she's just a TaylorMade agent.
That's exactly what she is. She's paid off by big TaylorMade.
Yep. TaylorMade catching L's left and right. People hate the Tiger logo. I put out a meme about it last week with a poll on Instagram, and the results were astronomical. I don't like this logo.
That's crazy because I kind of don't mind it. Like,
yeah, you're in the minority for sure.
I don't like the letters. Just have that tiger, and then you're fine.
Yeah, I mean
I'll give you the actual results of the poll.
That one example of the letters around it, I think, is just one of the things that they trademarked. It's just the most ugly looking one, and so I think people are running with it. I don't think you're really going to see that a lot on a lot of merchandise.
It's 71% no, you don't like it.
Jesus,
that's crazy.
And then there's a few comments in support of it, but it's not a lot. I think it's a little silly, to be honest. And the meme I made of it is shitting.
Well, you got to fan the flame a little bit.
It was Mr. Rogers drawing a house, and he's like, I'm not very good at it, but it's all about the fun. Anyway. So TaylorMade on the outs. In other news, we talked about Sim League last week.
Oh yeah.
Trevor and I remain 0-4.
I was so pissed. I lost by 1.
I lost by 6. Jake's and Alan kicked the living shit out of us.
You golfed a really good round for no reason.
Yeah. Wow.
Some sus over there.
Alan sandbagged his handicap.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's why.
Alan had the 2 best scores week 1 and 2, and then all of a sudden he just laid an egg the week before I recalculated the handicaps.
Sus.
Okay, I did too. I had a pretty shit round that 3rd week too.
It was suspicious.
And you play by yourself so nobody can see.
Yep.
Now we played with Jaden Miles every single week.
Really?
Yeah. We played with other people.
I don't care.
Anyways.
But the big headline is Ryan goes down, no longer undefeated. He loses his top spot at the top of the league. He is now 3-1. Miles is in first at 3-0-1. But no one gives a flying fuck about any of that. No one gives a shit who's at the top, because we have the 2 0-4 teams facing off this week.
Let's go.
In
barn burner,
a gut-wrenching game of alternating shot. Alternating shot on the simulator. We are eliminating it next year. It is the worst fucking game on the simulator ever.
Thank God.
Because you can't both hit drives in alternating, because there's no... So like there's a scramble mode, there's a skins mode, there's all sorts of different modes to play games on the simulator. There is no alternating shot. So only one person can hit a drive, and then you got to alternate from there. And then when you get to putting, we have gimmies on. So it's like I made the rules. The rules are set. So it's whoever gets it in the gimme circle there's the gimme putt doesn't count for the alternating shot. So let's say Trevor and I are partners. He putts it into the gimme circle, but it doesn't go into the hole. I have to hit the next drive.
Yeah. Whether or not you make the putt, just the next person's up.
Yep.
Yeah. It's kind of shitty, especially because like, I don't know, we bring on some newer golfers in this, like in the sim league, right? Like Jared's a brand new golfer. And Hannah, I mean, she's not really a new golfer, but she doesn't golf often.
Yep.
And
she's got clubs, but she's the classic golfs 3 times a year.
Exactly. Just has a good time.
She's in a women's league, but she has the right attitude for it. She just goes and gets drunk.
Yeah. And so, I mean, compared to people like us who golf a lot, it is definitely unfair. It's really unfair.
But I think even for like the teams with 2 adequate golfers, it's not as fun when it's literally every other shot and it's not picking your drives and it's not.
No, you're completely right.
The whole not being able to pick a drive is what kicks you in the balls.
Yeah.
Well, that's a true alternate shot though.
Yeah, but true alternate shot in the actual game of golf is both players hit. Actually, there's the rules for the actual game of alternating shot are kind of confusing. But typically, like if you were to play an alternating shot tournament at a local course, it's both players hit 2 drives. You choose a drive,
and then you alternate.
And then you alternate from there
on the first one.
Yep.
Yeah.
So like if you and I are partners, we both hit our drives. We choose your drive. I have to hit the second shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the way the pros play it, like in the match and whatnot, is they both hit a drive. They choose the drive. They both hit the second shot, and then you alternate from the second shot. So which is weird. That's just not alternating shot when you're on a par 3 or a par 4. It's like you just switch one fucking time.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's just weird, and I'm going to eliminate it from the league. So if anyone has any good ideas for a simulator game to throw into the league, because we're going to have one more. You need 5 games for the regular season, the way we run the tournament. So hit me up with your recommended simulator games.
Just scramble again.
Yep.
Yeah. I kind of wish.
Well, we could do like a sort of after week 4 for the last game of the year vote.
Yeah.
Like, what does everybody want to play?
Yeah, that would be nice too. Yeah. Or we could just repeat some. I think most people don't mind scrambling again. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I think most people would say if we scrambled.
Oh, no. I got it. We'll do a scramble skins.
Okay.
Because we did a best ball skins earlier. We'll just do a scramble skins.
Yeah, that's easy.
Easy peasy. Maybe I'll just change it. No one's played this week.
That's true.
We can just get rid of alternating shot and just do a scramble skins.
I would like that.
I'm sure you would. Well, we're playing each other.
Yeah, it helped my cause.
It would help my cause a lot too.
I think I can take you.
I mean, either way, we're going to have to play each other. And one of us
going to have to win.
If we fucking tie, I'm going to lose it. Jake, you ruined the league by having the first standing tie.
I know. I totally did.
I hate ties.
I'm sorry.
God.
I just didn't want to lose. A tying is way better than losing.
Tying is way worse than losing.
Yeah. You guys aren't.
Tying is like kissing your sister.
Yeah, Jake, you want to kiss your sister?
You never heard that term?
I have.
No. Yeah. I've never heard
tying
it. I don't have a sister. All right.
Still. Tying is the worst.
It is.
That's my least favorite thing about soccer.
Well, tying was the difference between me starting out 0-3 and 0-2-1. So
yeah, and that just looks ugly. Having a second or third number and a second dash.
It's enough name calling together. Yeah, Sim League though, I feel like this is way hairier than it was last year.
I don't think so.
The fun levels are through the roof. I feel like I'm having way more fun this year.
There's way less complaints this year.
Besides me.
I mean, except for you. There's way less complaints because last year is the first year people didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Yep.
It was a shit show last year.
Yeah, we had people who didn't want to play like 2 weeks in.
Yep. Basically quitting.
Yeah.
And then I had to be on people's ass, like, get your round done, get your round done, get your round done.
We've never had that this year. Pretty good.
One time. And they got it done because I give them until 5 p.m. on Monday afternoon or Monday evening.
Yeah, there were a couple times last year we had people stacked up 3 teams.
They're all playing together
at one. Yeah.
It was pissed me off because then it takes me forever to fill out the sheets and get the games ready and the scorecards ready. Yada, yada, yada. None of it matters because Jared, my one realistic New Year's resolution was to win the Sim League, and we were sitting at 0-4. And we're just going to be playing each other.
Great comeback story.
Yeah, we're going to be playing each other back-to-back weeks because the 2 lowest seeds play each other in the first round of the playoffs.
Yes.
Yeah, because everybody makes playoffs, right?
Everybody makes playoffs. It's an 8-man bracket where the 1 and 2 seeds get buys.
Yeah.
The 3 and 4 and the 5 and 6 play each other, because it's not like you got to have the 2 seed play the higher of what's left and so on and so forth, instead of truly seeding it out like you would.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
Well, Tyler, it ain't over yet, buddy.
It ain't
still
over
making
yet.
the playoffs.
Come back, kids.
Yeah. It better than the fucking Vikings. We made the playoffs.
Yep.
Anyway, Ryan, Florida.
Yep.
He did it, guys.
Wait,
well, he's doing it.
He's doing it. He is signed up for a tea time with all randos tomorrow morning.
Let's go.
So today of podcast release, what do you think his opening line is going to be?
I don't know. I hope it's like him and a group of 3,
Me
and
too.
not like him and 2 or 3 other singles.
Yeah.
Because then it's even weirder. Where it's all singles, you're fine, but if it's a group of 3 and him, it's like that's kind of like
You know,
it'd be kind of cool if there was a way, like, to have a singles day, basically, or like on these courses that have 27 holes, like have a 9 reserved for singles tee times. So like then you're pairing all the singles together, so then the groups don't get bombarded by randoms.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know it's probably easier said than done, but I feel like as a single, I've done this many times, gone to play by myself. I would prefer to get matched up with other dudes that are there to play by themselves. So then you're just like, all right, we don't have to talk.
Yep.
We both have the same mindset. If we do want to talk, we're just here to play some golf really quick.
Yeah.
I think that'd be sweet.
Plus, there's no like trying to like be friendly to 2 other people who are already good buddies and stuff like that. Like, you know how hard it is
like
trying to meet your friend's friend.
Yeah. You're a golf third wheel, and that is just strange.
Yeah. At least then it's like everybody's fresh. Nobody knows each other, and you can, you know, do the small talk the whole way there, through all 18 holes.
Yeah. Or everyone is on the same page of like, hey, I came here alone. I don't want to talk.
Yep. You have the random, hey, good shot. Well, every 3 shots, and then
you track their ball for them, and that's it.
Yep.
Yeah. That would be really nice. Just playing with a foursome, and all you have to do is just watch people's shots off the tee box, tell them where it went, and then just head your merry
off
way.
on your own way.
Yep.
I will never, as a single, ever ride a cart.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't want to get stuck in a cart with someone I don't know.
True,
it's just
actually.
Even if they're super cool, right? I don't want to have to sit there and then find out they're super cool. I will push cart every time I'm alone.
No, I'm with you.
That's fair.
This is kind of funny. One time, me and my dad were golfing, and we had this guy join up with us, like a Saturday round at a Muni, and he showed up wearing all Gophers gear.
So you were best buddies?
No. But he looked like he was like a collegiate golfer or whatever. But he wasn't. He was like 35.
he just worked there for a summer.
And he played the whole round with both AirPods in and didn't say a word to us besides just like, hey, I think I saw it down on the right or something like that. And it was fucking awesome.
Respect.
It was the best. I was like, this guy shows up. He means business. He's probably got the double bogey show on in those ears.
Yep, for sure.
And
he's like, wait a second. Are you Trevor?
No, that's not me. No. Dude, he was dialed in. I got to respect that.
Was he good?
Yeah, he was a stick. He probably finished 3 over.
That's pretty good. Very good for us.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ryan. He's going to open with some dumb joke.
Yeah, I think he has to.
Like, I'm down. I don't want to say open because he's going to shake his hand, whoever he's with, be like, yada, 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 I'm Ryan. And then he's going to make some dumb joke about being on vacation.
Yep.
Yeah. Better than The Office.
And he's going to do a fucking weird hip thrust. And these guys are going to be like, oh, they're going to go on their podcast and be like, we got paired with the weirdest dude.
Yeah. I would like to see how Ryan brings up in conversation that he has a golf podcast.
I don't think he's going to bring it up.
I wouldn't.
No.
Yeah. Anytime anyone asks me what I do, I just say, yeah, I'm a video editor. Because I just don't want to explain this. It's a weird job to explain.
It is. Yeah. That's what I do.
Yeah. Like, what do you edit? And just videos.
Yep.
Yeah.
What kind of videos? You know,
ones that go online.
Like with audio and people on there talking. And
ones with it's got the moving pictures.
Yep.
Yeah. Sometimes there's music, you know. I mean,
yeah.
You know what it is. Videos. How do you think he does? Because I think he's going to be pretty nervous. To be honest, Ryan he's more nervous about things than he tries to give off.
Yep.
I think he at least a breakfast ball off the tee.
Oh, 100%. I wonder because he's playing with his rental clubs, right?
Yeah, I would assume so.
So I take a guess, I think he shoots at 85.
That's still pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't be mad at that.
I'd say new course, lots of nerves, random clubs.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say he's 89 to 93.
It's pretty solid. I mean, also, I think his ego's going to get in the way, and he's like, I got to shoot better. Like, I just got to.
Do you think he's going to do all the stuff that I've openly told him annoys me to this random group, like take 15 mental health shots when he has a bad chip?
No, I don't think he takes a single one.
Brian is pretty respectful with new people. I feel like he only does the mental health stuff with us because he knows.
And we're the ones he knows hates it.
I know, but he does it to fuck with us a little bit.
I think he'll take like one, but I don't think 15.
Yeah, okay. 15 total, I'm saying. Not 15 on close. One hole.
He'll take maybe 2.
Yeah, I think so.
Nah, dude. I think he's still going to do it.
No, because he doesn't care because it's not his clubs. He'll say that excuse. Not my clubs, actually, whatever.
You don't know Ryan well enough.
You ever call for Ryan?
Ryan will. If he misses a putt, that thing is back to where it started before it's done rolling.
Yeah, it's not even halfway to the hole and Ryan will pull it back.
That was good, right? That was good, right?
Yeah. Anyway, what else you guys got going on? How's life?
Dude, golf courses were open this week.
Yeah, so Jade was golfing in Fergus Falls, which is like an hour from here.
Yeah.
Dude, Leonard has to be open. We have to golf on Friday. I know we said this last time Leonard was open.
Yeah.
But
my whole time courses are open.
And that's
Sock
right.
Center.
Holy shit.
Should we just drive down the Sock then? And
it's only
I've played that course, you know that?
The Greystone.
No, I've played the one in Albany, which is right by Sock, right?
Yep. They have the Top Tracer stuff on their range too.
No shit.
Yeah.
Good for them. I lost my wallet on that course.
They are closed. Leonard is? Yep, they're still closed right now.
I got the pros number. I'll call and be like, hey, give us the first.
I'll come cut the pins, like we're fine.
Oh, so I've seen this. So it is a weird year for golf, right? Where courses are staying open way longer than they should.
Yep.
I saw this post. This guy's playing on a winter course where the course is just staying open. They're not really doing a ton of maintenance to it. So instead of cutting a new pin every day, there are 2 holes on every single green. And then the scorecard just tells you which pin to play each day.
I like that.
Yes. A guy got a hole-in-one on the wrong hole.
Oh.
Are you counting it?
That's what I'm asking you guys. Because
there's a hole in the green and you made it.
You're right, but it's not the pin he was supposed to play. I think it all stems on, was he aiming for that pin or not? Did he know that was or wasn't the pin?
Yeah, you're right. Because a lot of I guess not par 3s, but there are holes where I just know that the green is down there somewhere and that I got to get it in that general direction. So I usually aim for what I think is the middle of the green. Right. However, most par 3s, see the pin.
Yeah. So if he was aiming for it, I say count it.
Yeah.
If he wasn't, I don't know, dude. Because it's the same thing as like if there was, like when your ball rolls up on what was clearly a cup from the day before or a cup from 2 days before, you can't count that.
Yeah.
No.
So how can you count this?
Yeah, because that's literally the same thing. You could be playing on the cup from yesterday. It could have rolled into the cup from yesterday, and it doesn't count.
So I wonder, do they like tell you you're playing the red flags or?
I'm not 100% sure how it all works, but I would assume it's something where like one set of flags are blue, one set of flags are red, and it's like today are blues, today is red.
Interesting. See, now I wonder what happens. I mean, I'm sure the answer is just as simple as you get free relief and put your ball down. But I wonder, like, you still have another 12 feet to go to get into the other cup, and your ball's sitting at the bottom.
Imagine getting a hole-in-one and it ends up being a 4.
Yeah. Ugh. You know what? It's not a bad idea, though. I think every green should just look like the practice green with a bunch of holes all over it. Pay the groundskeeper once a week to come switch them around, or maybe just leave them all in there at once and just play the color-coded flag of that day, and there's 7 cups in the hole or on the green.
See, that's great until you got to putt around a fucking hole.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Would you guys ever
think that through?
Would you guys ever chip on the green?
No. I'm not good enough for that.
Because you see Max Homa does it relatively often. Like I don't think I got the balls to even try it. Especially even on I've played courses, but pretty nice courses where there's like something in the middle of the green, right? Like when we went to the gravel pit, there's a giant ass pine tree growing out of one of the greens.
Yeah.
Like or there's some where there's a sand trap in the middle of the green. Mm-hmm. Would you even chip over that, or would you just putt around?
I'd putt around. I don't want to feel bad like making a divot and I'm like, this groundskeeper's gonna hate me.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. If I was a really good golfer and I had a really good chance of doing it, all that stuff, and I was playing around that meant something, I'd say yes. But the answer is I'm not good enough, and it doesn't matter. And I'm making more work for a groundskeeper, a guy who gets paid the same amount whether or not I chip on the green or not. So why would I make his job, harder?
Well, just chip right.
Well, there's no guarantee.
I mean, there's a chance that you could just pluck it off the green and not do any damage.
Imagine the beaver you take off that thing.
Well, you're not so fucking clean. Full swinging it.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's probably a no, especially with the pine tree, because that means I'd have to go up and over.
Yeah. You gotta flop over the pine tree on the green.
Jade would.
He would try. I'm telling you, this isn't like a landscaping pine tree. It is a fully grown white pine with a 6 foot in diameter trunk in the middle of the green.
How bad was the duff underneath of it? Like,
what do you mean?
Like pine duff, like the needles.
Oh, the needles everywhere.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, then it's a super long ass green, so you only end up on that side of the tree if you're short, or they put the pin there. But I don't know if I would ever have the balls to it. The reason I bring it up is, God, I can't remember. I think it was Cam Young missed a putt last weekend and got pissed and slammed his putter into the green and really fucked up the green. But he fixed it afterwards. But still, like that, you're the top of golf.
Yep.
And you got to know you shouldn't be messing with the greens, right?
Mm-hmm. Bad karma.
Big time bad karma. Don't know how he finished. He could have got great karma from it. I don't fucking know, but
I don't think so. And then like just doing that's just going to show us like, oh, he did it. I can do it.
Right. Well, it was a full on he spazzed a little because he missed a putt and just putter ripped up the green.
I mean, you're a little bit right, Trevor. Like growing up as a kid with other sports, you'd see athletes freak out and like, I don't know, football players smash their helmet on the bench or baseball players snap their bat, all that shit. Like they taught you how to freak out as a kid. Yep. So I'd be lying if I said I never slammed my bat into the dirt after I struck out or something like that. Right. But I never would slam my putter into the green ever. That's so against all of the rules.
So who knows? It just makes my skin crawl a little bit.
Yeah.
Just walk to the fringe, beat it to the grass, or straight to the bag.
Yeah, the bag, beating your who was it? Kevin Na? Who was it? I don't know. Somebody beat the living shit out of their bag with their putter one time as it was sitting on the green.
I watched my buddy beat the shit out of his bag, and it was the funniest thing ever.
See, I've never seen anyone freak out like that.
Really?
Yeah.
My friend group's kind of atrocious for it. Like the one group, there's a story that one guy wrapped his club around a tree and broke it. Jesus. Then me and him, my one friend was playing Edgewood, and we were playing hole 9, and we're like, okay, want to play the back 9? And he's like, yeah. Hits a approach shot on 9, fucking duffs it, throws his club, it snaps, and then he just throws it into the pond on the right, and then he goes, I'm going home. I go, all right, have fun.
You guys got to get some anger management going on.
Yeah, let's maybe take some like anti-anxiety meds before golf.
I've seen people get upset on the course, but I've never seen anyone truly freak out. Like I've seen some club tosses that are half-assed. I've never seen one thrown into the lake or anything, or a club broken. Yeah. Like my dad, when he's playing bad, he just fumes silently, which is almost a little more scary. Same as Miles. Like you just get real quiet, real angry, and you don't want to talk to him. But I've never seen anyone like full on like, fuck this club, fuck this bag.
Yeah. No. I don't know. I saw Jade break a club once, but it was on accident. He the hosel came off, and then he was like, well, this club's broken. So then he was like, now I get the perfect chance to do what I've always wanted to do, and then broke the club over his knee all the rest of the way, just because
it's a fun thing to do.
That's another story I read. So this guy, it was the closest thing to. So basically, here's what happened. This guy was playing really shitty, and he took a couple practice swings. He had water on his right, and 150 yards, he shanked the ball straight into the water, right? And apparently, this guy is a notorious spazzer on the course. So they were all prepared for a full-on freak out. But I guess he just sighed silently, took his club to his bag, put his club in the bag, unhooked his bag, walked over to the water, and just threw his entire bag into the water, and then didn't say a word, just walked back to his truck and left. what's worse? Seeing somebody just basically commit golf suicide and just quit the game altogether, or watching someone freak the fuck out and start breaking all their clubs over their knees.
Okay, the freak out and the break the clubs is way worse, because personally, if I know that guy and I know that he's done golfing for good, I'm getting his clubs out of the water. I'm using those fuckers.
As soon as he leaves, I'm getting those shit.
Yeah, it takes like 4 to 8 hours for a golf ball to become waterlogged. I'm getting them puppies out before they can get waterlogged, and I'm using them on the next hole.
So even the clubs, I'm going to take the clubs and sell them from them.
I was just going to ask, if you go and rescue the clubs, are you saving them for your buddy and waiting to see if he's truly done and then selling them, or waiting for your buddy to regret it and then be like, hey, I pulled your clubs out of the water?
No, I'm going to wait until Taylormade sues the company, and then that way this resale value goes up, and then I can sell them on eBay.
I'm listing them for way overpriced to see if anybody bites, and then if he goes, dude, I want to go back and golf, like, okay, so they're on eBay or on Marketplace right now. I'll sell it to them.
The auction starts next week. So if you get a good bid in, they're my clubs now because you clearly got rid of them.
Yeah.
No, I would get them and save them for my buddy, but he would get like a 2-week grace period before I slung those things.
Yeah, you gotta learn your lesson.
First, I would take them to the range and see if there are any of them that I liked.
Yeah.
And then I would sell them after that.
Take all the balls, all the tees. You only get the clubs back.
For sure.
Yeah.
Save the club covers.
Mm-hmm.
Just take his bag.
Realistically, I would hang on to him until he wanted them back. Realistically.
What a freak out, though. God.
Jesus.
So you guys, your friends freak out all the time. You've seen Jade break a club. Like, what's the closest thing to a freak out you've ever seen? It has to be golfing with Miles, when like the silent anger, right?
Yeah. Or I have a friend who's a notorious hothead. Both of you know. And
it took me a second, but I do know.
Yeah.
Yes.
And yeah, I watched him put a couple clubs like 3 to 6 inches down in the dirt as hard as you can. Use it like you're tilling earth. Like, yeah, I've seen that a couple times, but like a true freak out, I don't know. I feel like a true freak out has mainly come within, because there's been a couple times that I've been silently fighting some demons on the golf course, and I don't know if I can take one more triple, you know?
No, that's when the Pine to Palm, the hole that I blew the fuck up on.
Oh, yeah.
I was one smart ass comment away from quitting golf.
Damn it, I should have been there.
Yeah. Grandpa, I love you, but he's just like, hey, don't hit it in the water. I'm like, you fucking shit. Grandpa, I'm on my 8th stroke and I'm 100 yards off the tee.
Yeah, that was a tough one to watch.
Yeah, it was painful. But like that PSA to everybody. We did the whole I hate the shrink the game people. We got to stay calm on the course, guys.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're just giving them ammunition. We got like, so I saw this thing that whole punching bag deal that you strap to your golf cart.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was pretty silly and gimmicky to start, but I think it could actually be pretty therapeutic and save some reputation a little bit.
Oh, yeah. God, yeah.
Like where you just beat the shit out of this punching bag instead of throwing your clubs into the lake.
Does it like attach to the roof of your golf
so
cart?
it's like a speed bag, and then you hook it up to like the pillar that holds the top of the cart up. And then it just hangs there and you beat the shit out of it if you get angry.
I kind of like that.
You hit it and it just spins a little.
Yeah, I kind of like
I can get behind it.
I could really get behind that, actually.
I mean, to be completely, I thought it was pretty silly. I'm like, okay, I don't want a punching bag hanging from my cart. But if it would be to avoid a full meltdown of one of my friends and them freaking out, I think it could be a good idea.
Yeah.
I mean, no free ads, though. I actually don't know the name of the company. But yeah, what other therapeutic shit is there out there to like get yourself calmed down from a freak out?
Yeah, alcohol. Yeah,
any and every stimulant in the world.
Actually, one time I was golfing. Me and Jade were out golfing, and I was playing the worst round of my life. I think we were on like 16 or something like that, and I was on pace for like a 125. Like just nothing was clicking. I was horribly hungover. Just nothing was clicking. And Jade goes, dude, I'm serious. I think you just need a little bit of alcohol. Well, pretty soon the bev cart shows up, and it literally changed my round. I had the best 3 holes of my life afterwards.
Jeez. A sweet spot, dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Also, when you're hungover, you absolutely cannot go sober the next day.
Yeah,
like, if you're gonna try and golf hungover, you have to hair the dog it immediately, or you're screwed.
That's what it was. I was fighting through. I was raw dogging a hangover on the golf course.
Christ.
Like Miles's bachelor party, night 1, I obliterate my liver.
Yep.
And night 2, we're playing a par 3 course that I shot like 100 on because I was battling one of the worst hangovers I've had in my older adult life now.
Yeah.
And I was incompetent, dude. Golfing hungover is so difficult.
Oh, it's ass.
Tyler, you've been with me when we golfed in Nashville one time while I was just hungover as shit.
You were a piece of shit.
And I was just, it was a really nice course. It was beautiful. Yep. I was just not in the mindset to want to go out and play golf.
We were kart partners that day and Miles was riding solo. Jake let out quite a few soft baby moans.
Any like gags? Like
I'm sure there was a couple of those. Yeah, it was. Yeah,
that's got to be the worst time to play golf, right?
Has to be.
What else is worse than just being violently hungover on a golf course?
I
guess being violently hungover anywhere else.
Well, yeah, but there are other things that can make golfing, like bad weather and stuff like that, can make a round bad. But I think no matter what,
dude, I think I would rather play. Okay. Heavy thunderstorm rain aside.
Yeah.
I think I would rather play in a light rain, not hungover, than play on a beautiful 75-degree light breeze day, just deadly hungover.
No, me and Alan played this exact round this summer. It was literally raining. Like it was a solid rain. Mm-hmm. And like of our 18 holes, 15 of them were in the rain. Mm-hmm. It was raining. And I had way more fun. Yeah, I had way more fun doing that than I was hungover.
In Nashville, yeah.
Yeah. At the end of the round, I was like, damn, that was a pretty fucking fun round. I had a blast. I'm soaking wet, but it was, I would do that again a gazillion times over being hungover.
Yeah. So if you're golfing and you're violently hungover, it's so counterintuitive, but don't start sucking down water. Start sucking down vodka lemonades.
Yeah.
You're going to recover so much faster. Honestly, I think it's a great place to beat a hangover. Oh, like God, you wake up, you chug some caffeine, right? Mm-hmm. You get to the course, you're still hungover. You start slamming alcohol for the first 4 holes. You hair the dog it, you're feeling better.
Yep.
And then you have 12 more holes.
Yep.
To work the alcohol out of your system and gradually come down from your hangover.
Right. Plus, they do say that one of the best ways to get rid of a hangover is to sweat it out. Hopefully it's just a little bit above what's like 84, comfortable.
85, little sun.
Maybe keep your quarter zip on a little bit longer than you normally would. You get back to the clubhouse, you reek of sweat and booze, but who cares? You already paid them.
That's also about half the guys that are out there.
Yeah, maybe the cart girl will feel a little bit bad for you.
Give you a little water. Hey,
I gave you a double, buddy.
Yeah. This should just go the extra mile for you.
You look like you need it.
Yeah. Really get the appearance down low. Hopefully you can squeeze out a little more.
What a kick to the balls. If the Bevcar girl gives you a double and tells you you'll look like you need it, you know you're down bad.
Yeah.
All right. I think we should take a break and we'll get back to you.
All right.
Big weekend in golf.
Huge.
Yep.
The unofficial start to the true golf season, the Waste Management Open.
This starts the domino fall of like the Masters and all that stuff. Yep. This is it, man.
When's Masters? April?
I believe so. Yeah. First week in April.
First week in April. So we're going to go Waste Management and Super Bowl same weekend. March Madness. Mm-hmm. Straight into the Masters. Then what's after the Masters? When are the NBA finals?
In May.
Okay. NBA finals. I don't give a shit about that.
Yep.
Then a lot of unnecessary baseball.
Completely necessary.
Oh, we got the draft too.
NFL draft.
The NFL draft.
April.
Sports season is looking great. Like honestly, a lot of people get bummed that football's over after the Super Bowl.
Yep.
But that's when like all the other good shit in golf starts. And I for the first year of my life, I'm super interested in the draft.
Yeah. Same.
We're just hitting it, guys. Don't worry.
If March Madness, dude.
That's the only time all year that I give 2 shits about basketball is the first 3 days of March Madness.
Yeah. Oh my God. The first 3 are the most electric ever. Sitting on your couch for like 10 hours watching 16s and 15 seeds win.
You got a laptop with the game on. You got your phone with the game on. You got the TV with the game on.
So okay, so
and I don't know who any of these fucking people are.
No. Do you remember when we first moved into the old bunker? I don't think we've ever even talked about this on a podcast. But so at the old bunker, we had a room that was meant for streaming that we were gonna like live stream on, and
we never did.
We never did. But that room had 5 TVs in it, right?
It had 6. So it had
4, 5, 6,
4 on each, or the 2 on each side, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 on the either side of the big TV in the middle. So there's 5, 6, 7.
Okay.
7
TVs in one room.
Yeah.
And we moved in like late April, and March Madness was like the first thing that happened right as we moved in, and we used every fucking TV in that room. And I don't even know what happened. We tried to get meetings done in that room. Like that's kind of where we moved all of our whatever. And we had
the stadium seating with the movie theater chairs in there.
Yeah.
It was the fucking best. But also one remote would control all the TVs. So trying to get a separate game on each TV.
It was like you turn the volume up on one TV and the rest of them would all go up. Oh.
Yeah. So at one point, I think I went in there, and this was during the Masters. So we also had all the TVs rolling during the Masters and like featured groups and shit. Yep. I went in there, and Ryan and I don't remember who else had the same exact broadcast on 3 of the 6 TVs, or 3 of the 7. So instead of having it on different groups, just 3 TVs were showing the exact same thing. Anyway.
Which, by the way, now with the new Live thing that they have, the new TV thing that Live did, that would be huge. Live added this thing where you can like pick which golfers that you want to follow, and it'll just like generate a broadcast for you with just those golfers. So,
which is sick. I wonder though if like, what are they going to have for audio? Because they're not going to have a specific broadcast group narrating every single group. They got to have somebody mic'd up, right? Because otherwise you're just sitting there listening to birds chirp.
Yep. I don't know.
Because most of the caddies are mic'd up, are they not?
Yeah, or they just usually have like a pretty directional mic nearby. Most of them,
unless you have one guy like commentating each player, so it just kind of goes back and forth.
Yeah, but think of how they have to have a commentator then for every single group.
Yeah,
you know they could just have a commentator for every hole.
Yeah, that wouldn't be bad.
So then you only need 18 dudes.
Yep.
It just commentates that one hole.
Yep.
And plus it'd give you nice transition points from one golfer to the next. Like
they'll have some AI generated fucking commentator.
Be Siri's voice.
Yeah. I mean,
John
wouldn't be bad.
Hits a nice approach shot on 17. He is 3 feet away from the pin.
That would be better than nothing, actually.
I mean, yeah. I don't know how that would work.
Anyways, back to the
waste management this weekend. Do you guys think it's weird they do it the same time as the Super Bowl?
I don't think so, because you got to think about it this way too. Super Bowl starts at 7:00 Sunday night. The Super Bowl is so little of this actual weekend. Like the actual football game is so little of what's actually going on. Whereas the tournament is done by the time that the Super Bowl starts.
Yeah.
So you get the full Thursday to Sunday action. All that stuff is done. It's the talk of the town, whatever. And then that's it.
I guess every Super Bowl party, people are watching the final day of the waste management all the way up to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Because like Super Bowl parties, the Super Bowl doesn't start till late evening.
Yep.
And everyone gets there at noon for some reason.
Yeah.
Like Super Bowl parties start ridiculously early, and they need to knock that shit off, because I don't need to be drinking from noon until 6 at kickoff, eating wings and little smokies and shit, just wanting to kill myself the next day because I have a gut full of disgusting food and beer.
Yep. And then trying to talk with all your relatives about the game and like everything else. Yeah. No, I think, the thing is like nobody really goes to the Super Bowl. It's all like the hierarchy of like the celebrities. So it's like to get tickets to the Super Bowl is like not attainable for us. So it makes sense where it's like Super Bowl and waste management the same weekend, because we can go to waste management. We can afford that. Like that's in our price range. We can never go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you're right. It gives us something to look forward to in terms of like,
I could get a job with the NFL, and that'd probably be cheaper than buying tickets, but I could get there.
I could work security for the Super Bowl.
We could figure out how to get to the Super Bowl and not sneak in.
Well,
you're right.
Maybe when the
we
Vikings
could
play.
definitely do it.
You know,
Just a yellow vest and a ladder.
It's actually kind of fun. I got this TikTok. You know how sometimes you just get a TikTok that has 0 likes on it and shit like that? It's who is this
That's
for?
half my For You page, and I hate it.
Yeah. I got this TikTok the other day, and it was this girl posting like day 6 of trying to find Super Bowl tickets for free. And she it was a slideshow, and she was like, here's what I'm going to wear. It was very serious. Jesus. And she was very seriously trying to get free tickets to the Super Bowl. And all of her videos had 12 views and under.
I hope she gets it.
I hope she does too. That would be incredible.
She just goes to the stadium in Vegas, finds them on the street. Somebody dropped their tickets.
Yeah.
Day 12 of trying to get my Super Bowl. Oh, there they are.
Found them on the ground.
So a question for you guys.
Yeah.
What do you care about more? The waste management or the Super Bowl?
Dude, that is a phenomenal question.
Like this year or...
What do you care about more? Waste management or the Super Bowl?
I'd have to say the Super Bowl.
Really?
Yeah, and that's hard because I'm out of us three, I'm the most care about professional golfers
for sure.
too. But I think the Super Bowl is I enjoy the NFL. It's a huge that's their big game.
Mm-hmm.
Where for golf, their big game is the Masters.
True. Yeah, for Masters and Super Bowl, I care about the Masters
way more.
I mean, I think I care more about the waste management than I do the Super Bowl. Mostly because the only team I truly care about is never in the Super Bowl.
That is true.
Sorry, Vikes.
Yeah.
Sorry, Vikes. Yep. But you're never there. And by this time every year, I don't care who's in the Super Bowl.
That is true.
Yeah, I would agree with you, Tyler. I think I only care about the Super Bowl if it's a team that I care about and or there's a really good storyline or whatever. But I mean, specifically this year, it's just not there. It's the Chiefs versus the Niners.
The only storyline that I care about in the Super Bowl this year is Purdy.
Yep.
I want Purdy to get his. He's a fun story. The Mr. Irrelevant thing, I know it's super played out. And we've been hearing about it nonstop for the last 2 years. But that's the only storyline I give a shit about in the Super Bowl. Yeah. And the waste management is it's like spring, right? It's the golf is back. And I know it's been here for the last 3 months, but it doesn't feel like
it's not really back. It's partially back.
Yeah. And this is like spring. You got bright green grass. Golf is back. The people you want to watch play are back. A tournament you care about is back. I think the waste management I care way more about it than the Super Bowl.
No, I completely agree. I mean, for me, golf is a lot like May baseball most of the time.
Yeah.
A lot of it, most golf tournaments, I'm still if it's on, I'll watch it. But
it's background nap music.
Yeah, exactly. It's a screensaver for my TV.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, I completely agree. The waste management is the fucking, I don't know. It's the all-star break.
It's like opening day.
Yeah.
So the tournaments I care about in golf are the waste management, the Masters, the Open, the US Open, and the Ryder Cup, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah.
And this is the start of all of those. Mm-hmm. Where now it's I care more about these random sponsor State Farm tournaments because it's getting me hyped for so-and-so played good here. The Masters is coming up. It make all these big majors, and I know waste management isn't a major. It should be. They get me excited for what's coming up, and I can't pay more attention to it than I normally would.
I think, I think you're right. I think the waste management gets me excited for something. It makes me think that, oh shit, there's a lot of really fun stuff coming down the line. Whereas the Super Bowl is usually everything's over. It's the end of it. I'm really not that invested. I love football, but
me too. Yeah. It's my favorite sport of all time. I absolutely adore football. But at this point in the season, it's fantasy football is done. The Vikings are 99% of the time done. What besides submitting a lineup on some BS fantasy gambling site? Yep. What other dog do I have in this fight?
Yeah.
It's it doesn't have the same hype as at the beginning of the season. You're all right, cool. We get to see all the rookies. Yep. We get to see how things shake out. We got new coaches. We got new team structures. The hype is gone. I think the Super Bowl is kind of overrated, to be honest.
I mean, yeah, I think that unless the Super Bowl has something that I am really looking forward to, which is not Usher this year.
Yeah, I
Sorry,
mean,
Usher.
Wow.
Prince is dead, so I'll never be excited for another halftime show.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, there's just, I don't know.
And Toby Keith is dead, so he'll never play a halftime show.
He was going to play anyways.
My two guys, Prince and Toby Keith. You know, everyone puts them in the same conversation.
No, I mean, they're very comparable.
They go hand in hand. I don't know. It's just like the Super Bowl. Like it is the most watched sporting event ever. So but it's like,
I don't think it's most watched because people care who wins. It's because it became a cultural event to have a party for it. Yeah. So every Joe Blow and their brother, dude, I hate so much that they released the commercials early now.
They did?
Yeah. All the commercials get released on whatever brand's social media ahead of time.
I didn't see a single one yet.
So what's the point? Like Paramount TV did one, like their whole Paramount Mountain. It's ridiculous. It's a funny commercial, but I saw it 2 weeks before the Super Bowl. Why? Why would I care? Like I am not one of those people that hate the commercial guys that are only watching it for the commercials. I'm with them. The commercials are entertaining.
Yep.
If you see them for the first time in the Super Bowl.
Yes.
I know. Here's the thing though, is that if Paramount knows that they don't have like I don't know, think of the world's greatest Super Bowl commercial. Mm-hmm. If they know that they don't have the world's greatest Super Bowl commercial, they know that if they wait until the Super Bowl, everyone's going to be talking about that other commercial and not the Paramount one. So they're like, I get why they do it because
the Paramount one's pretty good.
Yeah. I mean,
it's good.
We'll find out.
Yeah. I haven't seen it. So.
Oh, damn.
No spoilers, Tyler.
Yeah, dude, come on.
I'm sure they'll do multiple because they've been running a bunch. So the one I'm talking about is specifically with Hey Arnold getting thrown. That is all the information I will give you. Hey Arnold gets thrown, and it's a pretty good commercial.
All right.
Sound like a big Paramount guy, Tyler.
Yeah. I'm really not.
You got a subscription?
I don't.
Paid actor?
No. But I am. Is a good commercial. I think it pissed me off more that I saw the good commercial before the Super Bowl.
Yeah. See,
because if I would have seen it live on TV, I would have lost my shit.
Yeah.
Especially as a Vikings fan, and you'll understand why when you watch it.
That's a spoiler.
No, there's no Vikings players in it. I promise.
Okay. All right. Noted. But yeah, I think you're right. I think the Super Bowl is a little bit overrated because it is just a cultural event or whatever. And
the numbers are inflated because of that.
Yeah. The best part about the NFL season, truthfully, is the conference. Conference championship weekend.
I would say after wildcard weekend, division and conference championships are the best part of football.
Yeah, without a doubt. They're better than the Super Bowl, in my opinion.
I agree. Because there's way more storylines. There's
but the storyline just keeps growing then.
I don't think so. It does if the underdogs keep winning. Like you got the 2007 Giants keep winning, you know?
Yeah.
It doesn't when Patrick Mahomes is in his 50th Super Bowl in his third year.
So if it wasn't Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl, would you change your answer?
No.
Really?
I mean, even if it was the Bills, I would be more interested, but still not as much as I am interested in the West. The only time I think
is the Vikings.
Is if the Vikings, honestly, if the Lions would have made the Super Bowl, I would have been way more interested in it.
Yep.
Every team that I wanted to win lost. So,
yeah. I also think
maybe I'm just bitter.
I think you are.
Maybe that's it. I also just think that the going into the Super Bowl, the outcome is either one of two things, right? And that is the storylines. And you know the storylines going into tonight. The storyline is either that Patrick Mahomes is still the greatest quarterback on earth and Travis Kelce is still in love with Taylor Swift and all that shit. Or the other storyline is that Brock Purdy is Mr. Irrelevant and we already know what the two outcomes can be. So the spoilers are already there. Like we already know how it could end. There's one of two ways.
I don't know if you guys are getting these on your TikTok feeds, but I love every single one of them. It's the slideshow with the SpongeBob hype up song. And it's like, here's my honest prediction for the Super Bowl. And it's like quarter one, Chiefs up 7-0. Quarter two, the entire 49ers team dies in a plane crash on the sideline. Slide 3, Kirk Cousins coming out of the tunnel.
Primetime Randy Moss and Chris Carter.
Wow, Vikings win 770-7 for their first Super Bowl. Those are great.
That's how all of my Madden games as a kid ended up.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like I just,
It's like
turn the difficulty on 0.
Yeah, like Cardale Jones whooping the shit out of that kid in the hospital. Do you ever hear that story?
No.
Cardale Jones went to the hospital to like meet with a sick kid who was a huge fan of him. And the kid was like talking shit that he was really good at Madden. Cardale Jones beat him like 96-30.
That's the Chappelle Show skit. Dave Chappelle did that for his skit.
I'll Google the score, but it was ridiculous. And like, he's calling timeouts with 30 seconds left and trying to run up the score on this kid.
Is the kid alive?
I don't know.
That's so fucked.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that.
So, and he just did a recent interview on it, like bringing it back up. Because this happened like when he was, like they were calling him 12 gauge and like the height of the Cardale Jones interest. Cardale Jones hilariously recalls visiting a kid in hospital and beating him 98-35 in Madden.
Why didn't you let the kid win? He's in the freaking hospital. God. That's why he's not in the NFL.
Okay, you know what is very funny is like, you know how like during the Pro Bowl and stuff like that they have.
Oh yeah, okay. So Cardale Jones tweet about it. He's like, man, I wish everyone would stop saying I beat a kid in the hospital 91-35. It was 98-35. I had 91 with 126 left in the fourth.
What the fuck?
Fucking savage. Funny. Love it.
Some golfers got to do that to a kid during like a Make-A-Wish charity event or something like that.
Just like give him a bunch of strokes and then still demolish him.
Yeah. Give him 55 strokes and still wipe him 18-0 in skins.
Yeah, not giving him any gimmies.
Yeah, nothing.
It's like, is this good? No, dude, pot that out. I don't care how terminal you are. Pot that out.
Get it. You put it in the hole. You know how much your parents paid to be here? You're gonna use every stroke they bought.
All right, we got to wrap it up. Have a good one, folks. Enjoy the Super Bowl. Enjoy the Weiss management even more. See you in the next one. Love you.
Love you.
They piped that the wrong way.
I'll call the clubhouse. We'll book in another 18 for tomorrow.
Okay, they cheated on that. They fluffed their balls.
Yeah, no better time for the breakfast ball than now.